So I fell ill on the plane trip over to take up a role with the Samoan rugby team to go and help coach that group, and I was going to go and watch the All Blacks play Samoa, and I fell ill on the plane on the way over. That night I was really sick and I didn't get out of bed the next day, and then I was basically, that's the last I can remember. And then the next thing I remember is days later waking up in the hospital back in New Zealand, having been transported out of Samoa. But I was very, very lucky. There was a doctor, Dave Geller, who was his wife was on secondment over there as a judge, and he'd gone and was helping out at the ICU unit in Samoa, at the hospital in Samoa, and he was an expert in life and death situations operating out of Auckland Hospital, and he basically saved my life. So I was in a bad way in Samoa, and the machinery in the IC unit wasn't really up to scratch. So I was very fortunate that people worked around the clock to literally man the pumps on the machines to keep my body full of the drugs I needed to stay alive. And the tubes that were feeding the drugs into my body weren't the right dimensions. The pumps were broken on different apparatus, and while I was in this condition, my wife decided and her friend decided to start an appeal for the IC unit in Samoa, and they opened to give a little page and raised a lot of money, and that continued till I was starting to get better, and we managed to raise a good deal of money and donated it all to the hospital, and they've been able to buy equipment that ensures that people don't have to go through quite as harrowing experience as I did. So I've heard a lot of stories from subsequently from that experience of young children, and a couple of people in New Zealand who've been on holiday in Samoa, who've been to the IC unit and are here today because of the equipment that's been able to be bought subsequently, and we're able to keep them alive. So I think we've been able to make a significant difference there, and we're now auctioning a couple of jerseys online, and we're looking to continue to raise money to support the hospital there, and particularly the critical care of patients.